Welcome everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? We have quite a few people registered for the episode tonight, so we're going to give everybody just a couple more minutes to get logged in and ready to go. I see that there's quite a few people that have already joined. Just as a quick reminder, if you hover your cursor over the bottom of the Zoom window, you'll be able to bring up the chat box. And if you go there and just select all panelists and attendees, we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear where you're from, how you're doing, and what you're looking forward to tonight. So a couple of facts. We like to start off the episode with some fun facts about Guatemala. Oh, looks like we have Senor Frijol, who's already on. Heather, good to see you. Lauren, hello. Quite a few folks on. So a couple of fun facts about Guatemala. And as I was researching this, found that Guatemala holds the #1 spot in Central America for quite a few different aspects. It has the highest point of any country in Latin America, with Tajumulco, the volcano, at almost 14,000 feet. It also is home to over 30 volcanoes. It is also the most populous country in Latin America, and there's over 22 languages spoken in the country of Guatemala. Most are derived from traditional Mayan. So one quick trivia question. Guatemala shares borders with four different countries. Can you name those 4 different countries without using Google? Let's see if anybody was able to get those 4 countries. Looks like we got a couple more folks joining us too. Again, if you can name the 4 countries that share borders with Guatemala, please write those in the chat. Ooh, good job. NPH Quincy team, very good. Now here they're coming in, quite a few, yes. Martha, very good. El Salvador, Mexico, Honduras, and Belize. Belize is tricky. Belize is a tricky one. So thanks everybody for participating in that fun, quick bit of trivia. Let's get the episode kicked off. Welcome to the 6th episode now of the Open Home Series. I'm your host, Casey Guevara-Laker, Director of International Engagement at NPH USA. No matter where you're tuning in from in the world, I want to say on behalf of the staff at NPH USA, we hope that you and your family are staying healthy and safe. I am incredibly excited about tonight's episode. Not only do we have 2 great guests, but we also have a home tour from Director of NPH Guatemala, Orlando Ramos. Now, before we get started and we virtually travel to NPH Guatemala, just a couple of house cleaning items. I know that none of us, probably all of us at this point, have worked on Zoom or had Zoom calls in one form or another, but just remember that if you would like to interact with the panel, if you would like to send us a chat, maybe perhaps send a question, again, please hover over the chat feature at the bottom of the screen and select all panelists and all attendees. Before we jump into the home tour, let's learn a little bit about NPH Guatemala. NPH Guatemala is located in Paramos, a town which is roughly 15 miles outside of Antigua. It's also, depending on traffic, about an hour northeast of the city of Guatemala. Like most NPH homes, NPH Guatemala is expansive and has many buildings located throughout the 25 acres of land it sits on. Since the beginning in 1996, NPH Guatemala has taught thousands of children the NPH values of sharing, responsibility, work, respect, and unconditional love. To take us on the tour of NPH Guate, we have National Director Orlando Ramos, more fondly known as Tio Orlando. Again, I'm excited. I hope you all are also excited. Agarren sus pasaportes, empaquen sus maletas, grab your passports, pack your bags, y vamos a NPH Guatemala.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Orlando Ramos, soy el director de nuestros pequeños hermanos Guatemala. En esta ocasión quiero darles un tour en nuestra casa San Andrés. Espero que lo disfruten, así que vamos a conocer Casa San Andrés.
En la clínica pues, nos atiende la doctora siempre cada día. Aquí se atienden a nuestros niños internos y en este tiempo estamos nosotros con el tema de protocolos, ¿verdad?
Aquí en NPH Guatemala tenemos 3 niveles educativos en nuestra escuela, ¿verdad? Preprimaria, primaria y secundaria. Tenemos alumnos externos que vienen de la comunidad y nuestros chicos internos, ¿verdad? En total tenemos 300 alumnos en nuestra escuela. Algo que disfrutamos aquí cada mañana es la vista del volcán.
Hello everyone, my name is Juan Bautista and I'm in charge of all the sports activities with the boys and girls.
Bueno, ahora nos encontramos en nuestra área del campo, ¿verdad? Donde pues, los chicos hacen actividades deportivas. En la parte de atrás tenemos 2 casas, la casa de niños con discapacidad, que se llama Sagrado Corazón, y más atrás tenemos la casa de San Francisco, que es la casa de los varones en Casa San Andrés de NPH Guatemala. Ahora nos encontramos en el área de las casas, ¿verdad? Esta es la casa de Guadalupe, ¿verdad? Aquí es el espacio donde habitan nuestras niñas del hogar. Okay, ahora nos encontramos en el espacio de nuestra capilla, ¿verdad? Es aquí donde cada domingo celebramos nuestro oficio religioso, la Santa Misa, con todos nuestros niños en la Casa San Andrés.
El espacio del comedor y la cocina. Aquí en la cocina pues es donde se preparan los 3 tiempos de comida para nuestros niños, para nuestros empleados. Aquí es donde utilizamos también los artículos de nuestra hortaliza, ¿verdad? Un potencial de NPH Guatemala es que tiene una tierra fértil para el cultivo de hortalizas y eso viene a fortalecer la dieta de nuestros niños. En esta área tenemos nuestra área de hortaliza, ¿verdad? Es aquí donde se cultivan diferentes productos, ¿verdad? Tenemos cebolla, lechuga, acelga, hemos cosechado recientemente elotes, frijoles, para ayudar a nuestra economía en la casa, ¿verdad? Y ahora estamos aquí, en este espacio, esta es la cafetería Family Bakery. Este es un espacio donde pues, tanto las visitas como nuestro personal puede venir y disfrutar de un delicioso café chapín. También nuestros visitantes pueden adquirir un souvenir, ¿verdad? Tenemos Café Chapín, tenemos recuerdos sobre NPH Guatemala.
Bienvenidas y bienvenidos. Welcome everybody to NPH Guatemala. Here with us today, we have Saribel Garcia and Alexis Beltran. Both grew up at NPH Guatemala after coming to the home at a very young age. Saribel currently works at NPH Guatemala in the Human Resources Department and graduated last May from the university with a degree in business administration. Felicitaciones, Saribel. Alexis is currently studying at the university and plans to graduate in 3 semesters as an English teacher. Welcome to you both. It's so great to have you here. You know, I'd like to kind of start at the beginning, if you don't mind. You both, like I mentioned in the intro here, is you both came to NPH at a young age. Can you share a little bit with us of what that experience was like and maybe some of the circumstances around what brought you to NPH? Alexis, if you don't mind starting.
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so I came to NPH when I was 2 years old because of I was malnourished and very sick. So I didn't have my mom with me. And I spent a year in a hospital in Guatemala City. And after turning 2 years old, I joined the NPH family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you joined, again, very young age. Were you, Saribel, were you also, how old were you when you came to the home?
Hi, everyone. I become part of the NPH family. I was 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And what was that experience like? What were kind of your first impressions, I guess, of coming to NPH and getting to know what would become a new family?
It was really hard, my first day at NPH. You know, I am the only girl in my family. I have 5 brothers. So we came all together to NPH, but in NPH there are different houses, one house for the girls and one house for the boys. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know. So when we get to NPH, the tia say, you have to come with me, and your brothers are going to another section to sleep. And I was really scared and afraid because I didn't know any of the children there in NPH. I remember that I couldn't sleep very well that night because I was thinking about my grandma. I was thinking about my brothers. So, but I think the best experience was the next day, because when I woke up, I saw all the girls, the little girls, around on my bed. They were so happy to see me, and they were excited to show me all my new stuff, all my new clothes, my new shoes, my toys. So I really felt the love that day.
Right away, the unconditional love.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. Do you remember, Saribel, about how many girls were there at that time?
At that time, I think there were like 30 girls.
Okay.
Just in my section. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And you said you're one daughter amongst 5 brothers, correct?
Yeah.
And I think we actually were able to dig up a picture of you with your brothers upon coming to NPH. Hopefully we can bring that up. Meg, is that available? Yeah, here we go. And Alexis, I think you're on the other side, correct? You're on the right there?
Yes, that's right.
And what dance are you doing? Can you, that's a new one for me, I guess.
I don't really remember, but that looks like one of the Latin music is for like that we called it maybe Los Gorillas.
Los Gorillas, the gorillas. Of course.
Yeah.
It looks like that could be the name of that dance. You sold me. I'm there. So in some ways, you guys kind of grew up together, right? I mean, at least near each other. And do you have, I guess, in a large home with many brothers and sisters, did you know each other? Do you remember each other from when you were kids? Did you have any impressions of the other one?
Hmm.
None for you, Alexis, maybe?
Well, just a couple of times, but because I was very little, I didn't know Saribel very well.
Uh-huh. And Saribel, you maybe had your memory a little bit more intact at that point. Do you remember Alexis?
Yes, I remember him. I remember him always playing soccer. Always, every time, at every moment, Alexis was running with a ball. So I remember Alexis playing soccer always.
Yeah. I think that's probably not uncommon in Guatemala. But I also, Saribel, you're a soccer player too, though, or were a soccer player at least, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was a soccer player.
Right. And the reason I know that is, again, in looking through some pictures, found a great one of you down here in the lower left holding a trophy. And we have over here on the right, it looks like Alexis as a goalkeeper. Sorry, Alexis, no trophy. Saribel, can you explain this picture to us? What's the occasion that you all have and what have you won?
This is a NPH tournament that has like from 3 years ago, we have like a NPH international NPH tournament. So we are in Mexico, I think, and we won, I think, third place in the soccer girls.
Yeah, that's great. And what position did you play?
I am I don't know how to say, but the delantera who makes the goals.
Yeah, the striker. The striker.
Yeah, striker.
Some might say the real important one, right? The one that needs to put all the points on the board. Yeah. And Alexis also, though, a very important position in el portero arquero, which is a goalie, right? Yeah. But one thing that I know about soccer and goalies, my brother was actually a goalie, in college and when he was growing up. And one thing that he regularly suffered as a goalie was injuries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you, I mean, was it just my brother that maybe wasn't very good, or did you also, experience injuries too? Is that part of, I guess, the role of a goalie?
Well, being a goalkeeper, it's always difficult and it's like a dangerous position. Yeah, of course, I got injured many times. And I remember one time I broke my collarbone and it was very hard. But yeah, and sometimes maybe my feet, I hit my fingers or my ankles. Yeah, it's part of the sport. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You put your body on the line for the team. That's very admirable, I gotta say. Yeah. So when you get injured, who would take care of you? Where would you go? Would it be at the clinic at NPH Guatemala?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I at that time when the time that I broke my collarbone, I went to the clinic and then they took care of me. But at that time I didn't spend I didn't rest in the clinic because it wasn't like a reason to be to stay there. But I remember once that I spent in the clinic that I had to stay there because I had a surgery from the appendix. And the nurses and the doctors took care of me. So I spent there for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, but it was a good care. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And Saribel, did you ever end up at the clinic?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is the reason that I am not playing soccer anymore, because
Oh no.
I broke my leg very hard one time. So I spent like 2 months in the clinic, and they all the doctors were taking care of me. So yeah, there is a specific attention in the clinic.
Yeah. And so you had a similar experience to Alexis with good care, good attention for your injuries.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yes,
great.
there is anticipation.
That's great. That's great. And I can imagine that the good care and the love that you received in the clinic was not only at the clinic, but as we have said, is one of the main pillars of NPH, and that's unconditional love. And I can also imagine that you experienced that unconditional love in a variety of ways growing up, especially maybe through some of the tios and tias that took care of you when you were younger. Are there any of the tios and tias that stick out to you?
Yeah. So I can remember when I was a kid, I always needed like a lot of attention and like special care. But one of the tias that I remember is Tia Jessie. She's from Honduras. Because I was little, she was in charge of the baby's house. She took care of me. She taught me like how to draw, how to dance, how to read, and also she was part of the like my daily learning in school and also at the baby's house. And then when I was in high school, she was taking care of me. And after graduating high school, in my first year of service, I became a TIO. So she was my boss. She was in charge of me, and I was taking care of the TIOs. And also she was like the house director at NPH, and I work a little so sometimes with her, like with activities at the home. Yeah.
So from the things that you learned from Tia Jessica, you ended up then also having to be a role model yourself in your year of service as a TIO for the kids, right? Yeah. How is it kind of changing roles in some ways from going from, looking up to the TIOs and TIAs to then becoming one yourself?
It was a great experience. I can say it was very difficult because the younger kid I was a troublemaker. Maybe I was hyperactive. So yeah, it was very difficult to change the role from being pequeño and then a tío. And but I learned a lot from Tia Jessie, because she was always advising me how to manage some situations, how to talk with the boys, because some of them were from my age, maybe so others grew up with me, so they know me, they knew me, so it was difficult, but at the same time it was a big experience.
Right. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So, and I imagine you were able to kind of share some of those things that you had learned, right? I mean,
that's right. Yeah.
Responsibility. One of the core pillars of NPH is work and work ethic. And I know that as we just saw, and we from Tio Orlando, is the great farm that NPH Guatemala has. Did either of you have to work on the farm? Saribel, did you ever have to do work on the farm there?
Actually, yes. I my second year of service I given in the baby's house. So we try to teach them how to be responsibility. So we all come together to the farm to clean up all the veggies and to try to take care of the veggies, put water at the veggies. So I think it was that is a very good experience for the kids because they learn how to be responsible in the life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then I'm sure that food that you all are growing is then consumed by you all at the home as well, or perhaps sold at the market. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexis, did you ever work in the farm?
Yeah, I actually, I I remember once that there was like a green project from a family who were from Spain, and we had like I remember having like a pillar, like a big line of dirt, and we learned how to put the seed on the dirt, how to water the seed, how to grow the vegetables, and also how to take them out. And we also like put our names on those pillars, and each kid, each pequeño had their own pillar to take care. And I remember it was a carrot and lettuce or cauliflower. And we also something that I remember from that is that we could sell half of the vegetables to the community and give the other half to the kitchen, so we could have a more vegetables to eat, like for a lunch or for a dinner. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And so the kitchen at NPH Guatemala would then use those in the dishes for the day for the kids.
that's right. Yes.
Did Saribel, what was your favorite food growing up at NPH Guatemala?
I think my favorite food has been always the beans. I love beans.
That's a great answer because it's such a staple, right? It's so critical to the diet.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
rice and beans.
Yeah. Arroz y frijoles,
Yeah,
siempre importantes. Rice and beans are always important, right?
that's right. Yeah.
Alexis, what about you? Favorite food growing up?
Uh, yeah, I can say rice and beans, but also there were like lentils. I don't know how to say, like the tejas, lentils.
Lentils? Yeah.
Yeah, lentils. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I really love lentils with chorizo or sausage. Yeah.
Ooh, that does sound good. That sounds actually really good.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we'll have for dinner tonight.
Maybe, yeah.
One topic that you touched on already, Alexis, was the year of service, and you said that you did your year of service as a TO to some of the kids that were younger.
Yes.
Saribel, could you explain to us and the people that are listening and watching what a year of service is?
Your service is that you have to give back to NPH to help in areas that NPH needs. So sometimes there is need in people working in the girls' house or in the boys' house. So all the kids who are finished high school, they have to give like a year of service to thanks to for NPH, to thanks all the things that I have received from NPH. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. A way to give back and to show gratitude, right, for the family in a lot of ways, and a way to participate, right, in bringing up the kids. Saribel, what was your year of service? Where did you work? You said you worked in the baby's house?
Yes. I also work with Tia Jessica, as Alexis says. He works with Tia Jessica, and I work with Tia Jessica too in the baby's house. She was the coordinator of the baby's house, and I became the sub-coordinator of the baby's house. So we work together in the house with the kids.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
And also, yeah, Jessie helps me to take the decision to make the application for the program. So I have a lot of good experience with the Jessica.
Yeah. This person, this Tia Jessica, seems to be coming up in conversation quite a lot and held a very important place in, it sounds like, both of your lives. Meg, any chance that we have a picture of Tia Jessica? I think we do, and here it is. So Tia Jessica on the right, it looks like doing art classes with the kids. And if you've ever been to NPH Guatemala, which I'm sure many of you watching and tuning in today have been, Tia Jessica is everywhere. She's everywhere on the campus, and you would definitely recognize the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is also on the larger photo with, it looks like, about 20 different boys, boys and girls. She's in the upper left. Are either of you, Saribel and Alexis, in this picture?
I think that's just me, because I remember all those faces, and that's like the pequeños that grew up with me.
Yeah, where are you? I'm having.
I'm in the middle, like.
Oh, I think I see you. You have kind of like a black sweater on. You're just above the boy with kind of like the dark green sweater on.
That's right.
Kind of in the middle. Yeah. Okay, got it. Got it. Looks like a fun group. Looks like a real fun group of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, in the picture in the right, the kid, like, he's like hiding from the right arm from Tia Jessie. That's me. Yeah.
Oh, that's you too?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, she was teaching me something, but I don't remember what she was teaching me.
Alexis, did you ever take up art in any way from maybe these lessons? Are you an artist?
Yeah. I know how to paint. Yeah, I really like to paint. Yeah, but I'm not a really good artist, like in the painting area. But I'm a musician. Yeah.
Yes, a musician you are, and I think a lot of the folks tuning in today have probably seen you perform in the United States.
Yeah, that's right.
Alexis has really kind of toured the U.S. in a lot of ways, performing on the marimba as part of the Pequeño tour, right?
That's right.
Yeah. But I've also heard, Alexis, that you are a pretty good cook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is this true?
Like to cook. Well, I can say I really know how to cook, and I really love to cook. Yeah.
Okay. So where did you learn your cooking skills?
At NPH we had workshops, and one of the workshops were given from 7th grade to 9th grade. So we called primero and tercero básico. It's like first and third year of secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned it in the 8th grade, and also in the workshops I took three kinds of workshops: sewing in my first year,
Mm-hmm.
a cooking, and beauty from 8th and 9th grade. Yeah.
Gotcha. So just a random question here.
Mm-hmm.
If Saribel and I are coming over to your house tonight for dinner, what are you cooking us?
Oh,
What's your specialty?
well, I can say maybe like chilaquiles or pollo en crema. It's like cream chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm in. Saribel, are you in? I'll take that as a yes. If Alexis is cooking, then we'll be over.
I'm having problems with my Wi-Fi.
Oh, are you? Okay. So I've heard that it's raining quite a bit there. So maybe the rain is making the Wi-Fi a little bit more difficult.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't worry, the show goes on. Everybody listening in, I'm sure understands. And I do, Saribel, it was interesting hearing Alexis talk about some of his hobbies and some of the things that he's learned over the years. Saribel, what have been your hobbies? What do you enjoy doing?
I really enjoying drawing,
Mhm.
painting, and also in my high school, sorry, I took my career and fashion designer. I love to draw clothes, shoes, and all that kind of stuff. And I am a fashion designer, so I really love to do that, painting and drawing. And I hope one day I will be in one of the biggest emporios or like Nike and Adidas drawing tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes, nice. So tennis shoes, not fancy shoes, but regular. Which one do you prefer, Nike or Adidas?
Yeah.
Either one, I guess. So that works. So it looks like we have a couple pictures here of you, and I believe it's a dress that you actually designed. Oops, looks like we might have lost Saribel. You still there, Saribel?
Oops.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay.
That's okay. I was wondering, Saribel, if the Wi-Fi will let you, can you explain these pictures to us? Perhaps not. No te preocupes, Saribel. No te preocupes. Todo está bien aquí. I do actually want to just take this opportunity to report that right now in NPH Guatemala, what Saribel was telling us earlier before we came on the program was that NPH Guatemala is experiencing some of the residual rain from the hurricane Iota, which is currently kind of over Central America. And it seems a great opportunity to note and report that our homes, children, and staff in Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala are all safe despite hurricanes Eta and Iota. I also just want to say, to our brothers and sisters that are all affected by these hurricanes, please know that our prayers are with you, our thoughts are with you always. It's a very difficult situation right now in Central America. So if we could maybe turn the conversation to what's next for both of you. You both seem to just have kind of all the opportunity ahead of you, university degrees, Alexis soon to have one under your belt. Alexis, what's next for you?
Oh, because I was part of the Seattle Institute program this year, I just came back from Mexico because of all this situation of the pandemic. I spent 3 months in Mexico, but now I'm back in Guatemala. I'm safe, and I think one of the things that I'm gonna start doing next week is working at NPH. I kept studying also my university in Mexico. I just last Saturday I finished the semester, so I'm just waiting for next year starting again university. And at NPH I'm gonna be like the English teacher and also the sponsorship and visitors assistant. Yeah.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
Great to hear. really happy to hear that you're continuing with the study of the English language, because I know that we've always been able to have great conversations, more so because you know great English and my Spanish can sometimes get by. So thanks for that, Alexis. And
Oh.
Saribel, are you still there? ¿Puedes oírme? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Un poco,
Can you
no?
hear me?
Yeah, yes, we can.
We can
So
hear
let
you.
me just ask you, Saribel,
Yeah.
no?
Okay.
Sí puedo. Yo voy a intentar. I'm going to try the question.
Yes.
Since graduating and working for NPH,
Okay.
what's next for you?
Okay. I hope this will.
No se funciona. As they say in
It's not
Spanish,
working.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But as they
I'm
say,
sorry.
yes. Lo siento, pero seguimos, no? We continue, right? Okay. That actually
Yeah.
kind of brings us to the end of our program for today. So I just want to, say a big thank you to both of you, Alexis, Saribel. Thank you so much for your time today. It's a real pleasure to talk with you, to know your stories, to hear about the great successes that you've seen in your life and the challenges ahead. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure all the folks that are tuning in, listening in, and watching also appreciate it too. So we wish you the absolute best in your futures. I also want to thank Tio Orlando Ramos, el director. Thanks for the awesome tour. And to all the folks behind the scenes that made this episode happen, Meg Brockman, Molly Boyam, Kim Dumke, thank you all so much. Couldn't have done it without you. If you would like to support NPH Guatemala, please consider a Mi Casa sponsorship. This is a great way to support all the kids, staff, and programs at NPH Guatemala and at any of the other homes as well. Additionally, your support will help the surrounding community with medical, educational, and social services. Just visit our website at nphusa.org and click on the Mi Casa button in the upper right-hand corner. If you'd like to simply learn more about NPH and the great work being done, please visit nphusa.org and/or find us on Instagram and Facebook, NPH USA. Finally, we are going to have a special open home holiday episode on December 15th with special guest and NPH Executive Director Miguel Venegas. If you'd like to sign up for episode 7, you can head over to our website. Again, that's nphusa.org. Again, my deepest gratitude to Orlando for touring us through the home, to Saribel, to Alexis for sharing their personal stories with us today. Again, you guys, the stars are all yours. Los estrellas son tuyos. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Hasta la próxima, amigos. Until next time, friends. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Thank you.